morning now, not super early morning as you can see because there is a hint of daylight, but I was up early. I've already went to the park to try and see some little trinkets that people sometimes put in the park. I'll tell you about that. But as I said, it is Sunday and it's the third Sunday of the Advent. So how about we start with something festive and let's light up the third candle of the Advent. So 3 weeks ago, that was the fourth, so the first Sunday of the Advent, which is 4 Sundays before Christmas. So then you light the first candle and that's for hope. Then the second week, which is 3 weeks before Christmas, you light another candle for faith. And today you light the third candle, which is 2 weeks before Christmas, and that is for joy. So let's make it more joyful around at least my house. Do you also light up the Advent candles, or do you do something like a ritual in your house? Let me know in the comments what you do in your country or in your family. So yeah, let's go and light them up. All right, so let's light them up. First one, for hope, and that's the smallest one because it's been burning for longer. Then second one for faith from last week, and today it's time for number 3, which is for joy. So let's light that one up as well. There we go. And the last one for peace is next Sunday, the last Sunday of the Advent. So we have first one for hope, second one for faith, third for joy, and next week, peace. That's it. Those are the Advent candles. I feel instantly more festive. And I also grabbed some coffee on the way. Well, I had to make it. They weren't giving it out like in my corridor. Anyways, but this one is from the coffee calendar, and the one I got today, it was a very pretty blue, not the coffee obviously, the little capsule, and it's from Papua New Guinea. So let's see. It is very good. Then from the next little calendar, it's a little snowman chocolate, which will soon be in my belly. But for now, let's keep it there. These things are surprisingly big. Each time I'm like talking to you and eating this, I realize how big it is and how long it takes me to chew it. So let's leave that for later. I think I can take the weight for like 10 minutes or so. Then the next calendar activity was the 13th for the AMA calendar, and today it's not a gift, it is the possibility of a gift. So it's a little token that you get to fill out and leave at the Superhusen in AMA, which is a supermarket chain, and then you can win so a New Year's menu, 4 courses for 4 people. So that's good. Actually, my friends and I already ordered. We're sorted for the new year. That's going to be like a tiny party of like 5 people, 4 people, keeping our distance and all that. So that's what we're doing this year. Everyone is either staying home or gathering in very small groups and doing the COVID test or keeping their distance, so making sure that we spread only joy and not the virus. That would be good. And then my last thing, I still want to hang on to my coffee. This is a good one. But so the last calendar that I have is the one from Body Shop, and the good deed suggestion for today is, what's your unique Christmas tradition? Share it with a bestie. Oh, I was just asking you if you had any traditions that you did in your country or in your family. So mine, I don't really have any tradition. I have a new tradition, which is this Advent candles, because even though it's a Christian thing in Portugal, or at least in my village, we don't usually do it. So yeah, that's a new thing to me, but it's fun because it looks very pretty and festive. And it's a ritual. I do like things that are constant and organized and parallel and all that. OCD much. But yeah, so let's see what is in this box. It's heavy. I'm excited to see what's in here today. It is pink grapefruit shower gel. Another shower gel. I think there was a different mango maybe some other day. But it smells really good. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this. And so I did tell you that I went out earlier in the morning, not super early because it's the sun rises at like, I don't know, 9. I feel like sometimes I get up for work. Well, not sometimes, every day I get up for work now, and it's just black. My body just doesn't want to leave the bed. I'm always like, surely it must be like 6 in the morning. No, it's 8 or 9 or whatever. So yeah, mornings are very dark. Then we have this kind of gray for like a few hours, and then around 3 p.m. then it's dark again. So I went out because I heard that in a park not so far from where I live, the owners or whoever manages that park, they put little Christmassy decorations around the park for people to find. So I went to do that because it's great. First of all, the weather was not bad. It wasn't raining or like super cold. I mean, it is cold because it's December, but not terribly cold. And so it was very festive. So there was some lights and some Christmas trees, and I don't know if I found the correct one or not, but I did find like a little reindeer stuffed animal hanging from the tree that I had not seen there before. So maybe that's the one, maybe that's not the one. I'll just assume it is and I'll be happy with that. But I did take a walk in the park and it's super nice. There's like a little coffee shop called Coffin Go, and it's just lovely. The guy that works there, he's so nice, and there's always a big queue. And now for Christmas, so basically everyone has to do takeaway, right? Because you're not allowed to sit in restaurants and cafes and things like that, even though it's a kiosk. But it did used to have like a little terrace for sitting, and now you can't do that. You just well, it's called Coffin Go, so right now that's exactly what we do. But they have macarons, and now for Christmas they also have takeout. I think it was either riz à la main or risotto, one of them, you know, that rice pudding thing, as well as Eberskewer, and that I like. I might actually do a video about all the different Christmas sweets that we have in Denmark, because they're different. Of course, in Portugal we also have Christmassy things, but they're different from Denmark, so I might do a video about that. But yeah, it's always a really nice experience to go to that park, because it's a big park, it's green, it's got trees and grass, It's got the really nice cafe. It's got people running, people walking their dog. There's a little area actually for pets. So I thought it was like a dog training area, and I guess you can use it for that. But you can also just use it to like play with your dog, and even if you're not training them, and then they can just run around freely because it's like a little enclosure, but it's like a low wall, so you can see everything that's going on inside. It's nice. Then there's some swings and some other stuff for small children. There's like a football field where usually there's always young kids playing. So it's always a pleasant visit. So I know, because the guy from the kiosk told me, that the very first Christmas decoration that is part of this little succession of things that they put around the park for people to find was a huge Christmas inflatable candy cane, and that is right next to the kiosk. And it's stayed there, so I think it's staying until at least Christmas. So that's number one. But then there's other little things that they put around the park. And then I found out on my way back actually that way closer to me there is one of my neighbors that does something similar here in the area for, well, it's for her family, but she shared with everyone in the community so that we can also enjoy it, and it's super nice. So she does the same. She gets like little gnomes or little Christmas decorations, and she also puts them around the area here where we live. So that is super nice, and it's just downstairs for me. So that is what I did with my morning, because I heard about this and I wanted to go and see. And the park is also super nice for a walk, and it is nice to like leave the house and go for a walk. And in the park there is enough distance for everyone to be safely away from each other, so that's good. And then I'm back because I'm hosting something in the afternoon. So by hosting I mean, well, yes, I am hosting, but it's just a couple of friends who are coming. So there was plans for a bigger party, but because of the restrictions, now I'm dividing people in groups so that there can be only very few people and we can all enjoy ourselves and keep our distance. So there's group 1 and group 2. And we're gonna do a preserves tasting. Now I have no idea what that entails, but somehow I thought it was a good idea to do that. I had a bunch of vegetables because I received this box called Grim, I think it is. It's about like ugly vegetables. You know, vegetables that would be thrown away because of, I don't know, overproduction, or because they're not the right size or the right color or the right shape. I don't have a problem with that. I'm from the countryside, so pretty much anything you pull out of the earth, it looks like it should, and it's not like all of them are the same color and size and all of them look shiny and whatever. So to me, this box, it's very funny because I'm from the countryside, it's like, this is the normal stuff, you guys. But anyway, so I get that, and I had a bunch of vegetables, so I thought, what can I do with this? Pickles and chutney and preserves. So the idea was to try one, because I had never done pickles, but then I could never do one of anything. So I decided to do a bunch, and in the end I ended up with a few, like cucumber, cauliflower. Those are the pickles, and I used different recipes as well because I thought it would be a bit boring to use the same recipe and then just just put that liquid and use different vegetables. So I used different recipes for each one of them. I have some radishes as well. Then I made some fermented red cabbage, and I made 3 different chutneys: onion, papaya and mango, and tomato. So let's see what my friends think about it. I also had no idea, like, then what do you serve with that, right? Because you don't want people to go home with an upset belly because they had just pickles. So I have some crackers and bread and mustard and some cold meats. So I think all these things are gonna go really well with each other, but we'll see what's the feedback. And then I'll let you guys know how it went. But if you have ever been to some kind of, or hosted a pickles or a preserves tasting, please let me know in the comments, what does that entail? What kind of pickles or preserves did you have? And what kind of other things did you eat or drink with it? Because this is basically an experiment. I have no idea what's gonna come out of it, but I'm excited because I love to cook and I love having people over to then eat the stuff I cook. I think that's my favorite part. I do like to eat, clearly, but I very much prefer to cook and have people over. So yeah, those are my plans for the afternoon. It's Sunday, so it's just a relaxing day, afternoon with friends. And then tomorrow we're back to the rat race. So I hope you guys have a nice Sunday. Bye!